We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Until the killing of black men and black mothers' sons is as important as the killing of white man, white mother's son. We who believe in freedom cannot rise. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. I was restless the summer that I met Peter and this beautiful family. I am a daughter of the Sea Islands of South Carolina. I'm a Gullah Geechee girl. But at the time I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, amidst a movement in the name of a sweet little boy named Tamir Rice, who was killed at the age of 12 by Cleveland police. And many of us marched day in and day out to honor his memory and to demand justice, not only for baby Tamir, but for all of those who were unarmed and profiled and targeted and whose lives were stolen and became ancestors way too soon because of the racialized culture of violence in this country. I did not know that movement and that work would eventually bring us side by side with those who were also fighting to resist pipelines going through their sacred land in the Black Hills. And that's where I first met this beautiful family who were unapologetic in being voices for peace, for love, for justice, and for creating space for harmony, unity, and oneness with those across the diaspora who were committed to peace and justice as well. And when I look at this family, I see beautiful ones. And when I last wrote to Peter, I called him the beautiful one. Beautiful one, you remain the poetics of prayer, that hummed gospel note that captures the agony of the moment when words will not suffice. That note lingers, harmonizing with each God-given breath, resisting the lamenting cry, I can't breathe. Becoming one with a movement when many breaths exhaled, when many hearts would beat, when many feet would march, and many voices would sing as one. We shall not be moved. Sounds a lot like the African proverb called Ubuntu. I am because we are because God is. Beautiful one. You remain an infinite echo of love reverberating across time. You have now ascended beyond the mountain high where those saints go, where the saints go marching in. Beautiful one. You are the trumpet in Zion, resounding loudly, calling us to attention. When empires refuse to let freedom ring, we must declare no one soul is an island. The bell tolls for thee. Go out and tell the story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you. Make them hear you that no one is an island. The bell tolls for thee. Beautiful one, sweet Peter. You call us to create our own instruments, beat our own drums, sing songs of freedom, even if we must sing them in a strange land. Sing to poke the holes in the darkness. Sing so walls of oppression, walls of apartheid, walls of genocide, walls of bigotry, greed, and war will crumble, and from the dust, abundant love will rise. From the bombed, unrighteous rubbles, abundant love will rise. Beautiful one, in these times, now more than ever, we hold the poetics of your prayers, Peter. We hold the prophetic witness of your faithful songs. We hold your courageous truth-telling. We hold your audacity to laugh out loud. Even when they think we've lost our mind. How can you laugh in times like this? But we must laugh as if our lives depends on it. We hold you, a timeless source of resilience, fortitude, wisdom, and hope. Hope in this here moment, and hope for the generations unborn. We will summon you time and time again in the urgency of now, in the stillness of the night. Your light propels us onward. Forever beautiful Peter, we march on in this beautiful struggle. We fight the good fight. Because we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. I did not know that after years of marching and being in solidarity with those who were on the mourner's bench, that my family and I would find ourselves in the same place back home in Charleston, South Carolina, when a self-proclaimed white supremacist dared to enter into a sacred house of worship and killed those who were there, including my beloved first cousin. I did not know then how beautiful the struggle was until those who marched across this land stood alongside my family as we lamented and cried. But it was your words, Peter, your words of Ubuntu, of being courageous enough to go onward, gave us the grounding courage we needed to press on. For you said, the measure of our success will depend upon the strength of our hearts, our love for one another, and our commitment to the principles in which we believe. You said we must listen to the words and hearts of those with whom we are at odds, empathize with the narratives, and help to relieve their pain and distress. You said that does not mean, however, that we can or should forbid ourselves to be outraged by acts that seek to injure or destroy justice, fairness, liberty, or the goodness that is within us. No, you said we must be less preoccupied with what's wrong and more focused on what it is that we need to create. And so I choose to create sacred spaces of love. I choose to create sacred spaces where friends can assemble and, yes, cry and lament and mourn, but we can celebrate with hope and faith that together onward, Peter says, with ever greater resolve. Onward, Peter said, we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes for us all. Ashe.